I've come a long way, and I realized, that riches is not about physical cash or show of wealth. And I'm going to give you a few examples. I know people from my culture, in Nigeria, who can host big party from borrowed money. And people from outside can begin to say, oh, they're rich. I also know people who have lived in mansions even when others contribute to pay for the rent. And in the eyes of others, they are rich. And I also know people who are very rich but have lived in, small apartments. And I remember a particular man growing up from my town, very rich man. And each time you see him, he wears a jump-up trouser, walking like, I'm not even sure he knew how to drive his car. But he was a multimillionaire. You will never see or smell his riches in him. And when I started praying about a husband, I asked the Lord to give me a man who will be rich in character. I know that God has made me rich as his child, so I was going to be rich. Yeah. And I know that, physical riches or wealth is secondary to what really matters to me, because my joy is not based on how much cash I have in my heart. Again, I grew up, my parents were poor teachers. So we really didn't have cash or sure wealth, but we were rich because we were always happy. We never lacked basic, needs, and we were okay. And so when I see people talking about riches as if it's the beginning and end of their life, I used to wonder what exactly drives them. And I came to a conclusion that such people are actually poor in mind. People who value physical wealth, show of wealth, whether it's their own or borrowed. Maybe they never even worked or earned a dime, but someone related to them gives them this and that, and they think that is riches. I feel so sorry for them. All I could do is pray. But I'm grateful that I learned early that riches is not about show of wealth or physical cash, but rather riches in character is actually what matters most. And when you have that, you have integrity, you have respect, you're able to work hard, you're not the type that people will push around, you know what you want and you go for it, and you can work hard to sustain whatever belongs to you. I'm blessed to have such man as the head. Oloworimi. Thank you, Jesus. I pray that the Lord will bless every young man or woman who is looking to settle down with someone who is rich in character, not just looking for things that does not last. Look for those things that can make a foundation that will stand the test of time in your home.